It's a staple of so many great songs from the 1970s, like The Boys Are Back in Town, or countless Allman Brothers songs like Blue Sky or Ramblin' Man. It's guitarmonies. And with this little trick I'll show you today, it's a lot easier than you think. I grew up in the 1970s listening to a lot of classic rock. My cousin, who was 10 years my senior, exposed me to the Beatles, The Who, David Bowie, and a handful of others, so I was familiar with their sounds. Then one day I heard this. It sounded so cool to me, but I didn't know how to play it back then. And even worse, the DJ didn't say who it was, so I didn't even know who played it. A few weeks later, I was driving in my Dodge Dart with the same friend who told me about Mick Taylor, and the same song came on again. I said, "Who's that?" He kind of looked at me sideways and he said, "It's the Allman Brothers." Then he told me that they had two great guitarists, Dwayne and Dickey, and that they both played lead. Aha, I thought, no wonder I couldn't figure it out. There's two guitars, not one. But after feeling smug for about a second, I realized I still didn't know how to do it. Now, eventually I learned some theory and I learned how to harmonize my lines, but it wasn't really a lot of fun. It took a lot of time, and so I kind of shelved the technique. But some years later, somebody hinted at a much easier way to get that Dickey Betts sound for harmonized guitar. So here's the simple trick. It's great for playing in a band or with a looper. It doesn't require any special theory or anything like that. It's really simple, but there are a couple of surprises, so make sure you stick to the end and get all of them. And no, it's not buying a harmonizer. Where's the fun in that? First, just like harmonizing vocals, we're going to start out with a primary line, or in our case, a lick. So let's start out with a simple one in E minor pentatonic. Now, here's the first trick that makes it easier for guitar players. The primary lick I just played was from E minor pentatonic position 1. Now, go 2 positions higher, here, E minor pentatonic position 3, and play the same order of notes, same sequence, same strings. Shifting up 2 positions and playing the same sequence of notes is a simple trick, and it sounds great. So here's our harmony part. And this is what it sounds like when it's put together. That's pretty cool, but it's not really the whole story. It's not really that Allman Brothers sound. There's a couple of more wrinkles, and both of them help to add up to get that Dickey Betts signature sound, so stick around. First, we want a major type of sound. So let's shift our lick from minor pentatonic to E major pentatonic. Here's the first part. That's out of E major pentatonic position 5. So we'll want to play the same sequence of notes out of the E major pentatonic position 2 for the harmony. And now here it is put together. That's pretty close to that Allman Brothers sound, but we're not quite there. To get the rest of the way, we're going to add one single note. We'll add this one note to the scale. This is called the major hexatonic scale, or some people just call it the Dickey Betts scale. Now check out what adding just that one tiny note does. Now, doesn't that sound like something that Dickey would play? That's a fun trick. But if you really want insight and technique into getting that Dickey Betts sound, click here. because in this video, I break down more of his signature style of playing in detail. So I'll see you in this video, and I'll see you on down the road.